Live host, and we have a wonderful hour for you today. First up, we have Healey Jamiel from the Searchdog movie here to tell us about the upcoming release. Welcome to the show, Mary.
Thanks for having me here, Rachel.
Welcome. So please tell us a little bit, what's the movie about? Where did this all come from?
Searchdog is a feature documentary about Sergeant Matthew Zarella from the Rhode Island State Police. Sergeant Zarella is now retired from the state police, but I had the amazing fortune to follow Sergeant Zarella and the Rhode Island State Police Canine Search and Rescue Team on live searches over 4.5 years.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah. It's a 4.5 year journey. So how'd you first come up with the idea?
I knew I wanted to make a film about search and rescue dogs in particular, and when I learned that the Rhode Island State Police Search and Rescue Canine Team had won a national award, I wanted to learn more about them and reached out to Matt Zarella. And it's a very Rhode Island story in a way. Matt, his brothers went to high school with my husband.
Of course.
And so I had a connection, which was great. Nonetheless, I did have to get permission to follow the state police on searches over time, but it turned out to be, honestly, an incredible journey because watching these dog teams work together, train together, live together is an extraordinary experience, and it will change how you feel about your own dog.
So tell me a little bit more about that. You said you go out on actual search and rescue trips and you're really in there with them. What's that like? I mean, I'm sure it's very high energy, it's high stakes. What's it like being out there with the crews?
Yes, so I'll first say that it required a lot of patience on the part of Sergeant Matt Zarella, and when he got called for a search, he would let me know. I would be ready 24/7 with my gear, and then I would meet them on the search. It was a very intense experience because obviously I'm not trained in that regard to look for missing persons. So it actually was a blessing that I was able to watch them train and document them train for quite some time before he got called to a search.
So it's almost like training yourself.
Exactly. So while they were training and I was documenting the trainings, it was like I was being trained sort of unwittingly, which was great because it really prepared me for how to film the searches. So it was very intense, and I won't lie about that. It's a very, very, you have to take a while to decompress after these searches.
Oh, I'm sure.
These first responders, what they do and what they go through is extraordinary, especially with their dogs. So anyway.
And so congratulations, your movie's being released very soon, July 11th. Tell us a little bit more about that.
So Searchdog is going to be premiering internationally on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, and Vudu. And it will go on pre-sale on July 11th on iTunes. And what's really special about the iTunes release is that you will be able to see all of our extras. So that's 30 minutes of extra video that isn't in the feature film that you'll get to see, some behind the scenes material, some bloopers, some really, really funny and also really compelling material that just couldn't fit in the movie. So we're really excited about it.
So as a filmmaker, how do you choose what platform you want to release your movie on? There are so many options now. It seems like every day there's a new streaming service. Or what makes you decide between, should I do a theatrical release, like in theaters? Should I have it streaming? What's the process that goes into that?
So that's a great question. So we actually did some festivals for about 1.5 years, and we were fortunate to have won awards at various festivals, Palm Springs International Film Festival.
Oh, wow.
And that was an awesome experience to be there and show this international audience these dogs and what these dogs are capable of. And Matt Zarella got to go with Buster.
Oh,
and
wonderful.
The audience absolutely loved it. So that was an incredible experience. So beyond that, what we really wanted to accomplish with Searchdog was get it to the widest audience possible. We were selling out all of our shows at our festivals, and we sold out our premiere here in Rhode Island. People love the movie. They're so inspired by the stories of these dogs and these troopers who work with these dogs, who really, these dogs are their pets. That bond is so incredible to watch over time, and we get to watch these dogs get trained. And I think you know this, but 2 of the dogs are rescues from the Rhode Island SPCA. So there's all these Rhode Island connections to the story that it gives you so much to be proud of as a Rhode Islander.
Absolutely.
So Ruby is one of the dogs, and you'll see in the movie Searchdog, She was rescued from the Rhode Island SPCA by Matt Zarella, as well as Zeus. Ruby has been nominated for a National Humane Canine Hero Award.
Wow, that's wonderful. What goes into that?
So she's been selected because of the fact that she rescued a teenager who had been missing for 36 hours.
Oh, wow.
This was back in November. So the voting process has been going on, and now she's made the second round of voting, which is really fantastic. So you can find out more about that on our website, which is searchdogmovie.com. You can also go to our Facebook page, which is Facebook.com/searchdogmovie, and you can join our Ruby group. So if you wanted to get a movement around her,
so
we're really excited
we
about
can
her.
all vote for Ruby.
Absolutely. You can
Wonderful.
vote every
Well,
day.
please vote for Ruby. Help her win. How long do we have to vote for her?
Until July 11th.
All right. So you heard it here. Got about a week and a half-ish.
Yes.
Vote for Ruby. Help her win. That'd be such a wonderful show for Rhode Island and for Rhode Island rescue animals too.
That's right.
That'd be so great. So how many dogs are involved in the film? You mentioned the two that are from Rhode Island. How many
Yes.
dogs are there total in the program?
So we have 2 dogs that are search and rescue dogs. They're rescue dogs who have been trained to be search and rescue dogs.
Okay.
And they are still working. So you see those 2 dogs, Ruby and Zeus, trained over time, and those dogs you see around town. They are right now search and rescue dogs. You'll also see many of Matt Zarella's dogs from his first dog, Hannibal, as he's first training that dog with his mentor, and then all of his subsequent dogs. So we get to meet these animals over
That's
time.
wonderful.
So.
And we're very sad to say we're supposed to have another special guest in studio today. Your dog, Lucy?
Yes, Lucy.
Yes, we want to give a special shout out to Lucy. She wasn't feeling well, so she's not with us today. And you said you adopted her during the process?
Yes, so we were fortunate enough to have a Kickstarter campaign, a successful one. And during the course of that Kickstarter campaign, my husband and I found Lucy at the Animal Rescue Rhode Island and adopted her. And Kurt, my husband, and it was the day. Word of the day was no, and yet she came home with us, and it's been the best experience.
That's how it always seems to go with animals. You're like, oh, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna look around, and then next thing you know, suddenly you have a dog or a cat or some new friend.
Exactly. So it's been a wonderful experience, and these dogs just show us how much they have to give, and how, every day when you wake up and you work with your own dog, whether it's a pet or a working dog, they have so much to teach us. And I think that is, if there's anything that people can take away from this film, it's what an inspiring animal that dogs are, and how much they have to teach us.
Absolutely, and what a wonderful message for adopting in Rhode Island as well, as what all of the wonderful things rescue animals in the state can do, and all the wonderful potential they have. And so you said this has been more than 4 years. So what's next? Are you gonna take a break for a while? Do you have another film coming up the pike? What are the upcoming plans?
Yes, I have another film that in the works, but our main focus right now is getting Searchdog across the country and international. So we are releasing in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and Ireland.
Wow.
So it's a huge task.
Absolutely.
We're a really small team. It's a very homegrown project, but a project that we feel really passionate about and are very committed to. So just getting this out is really our number one priority, and it's also a lot of fun because we've gotten to meet a lot of great people along the way, and with a shared passion. People who are really passionate about rescuing animals or understanding more about what these animals can do.
Great. Well, we love to spread the word about wonderful logo projects, and who doesn't love animals, of course. And so besides the iTunes release, is that your main promotion for the film? Do you have any other festivals planned or any other screenings anywhere? Or right now, are we just focusing on streaming?
Yes. So right now we're focusing on our iTunes release, Amazon as well, Google Play, and Vudu, which is a lot. So
that is absolutely. That's a lot of platforms.
So right now, that's our main focus, and we are also working on our newsletter, which is called Searchdog Diaries, and we're curating stories of search and rescue handlers from around the country, and also are sharing information and such about what these animals can give to us.
Absolutely. And in this whole process, what would you say has been the best moment for you, your high point of the filmmaking process?
It's a great question. I think what's really, if I take anything away from the project, it's that these dogs keep us in the present moment. First of all, as a dog owner, a dog lover, and making this film, it always came back to they understand or can teach us the priority of staying in the present moment. And there's so much to be said for putting aside one's ego and really staying in the present moment so that you can really see or understand someone else rather than what you want to put out there. And I think that's a really beautiful gift that these animals give us.
Absolutely. It's truly amazing, the bond between dogs and other dogs, and especially dogs and humans, and just the incredible things they can accomplish. So thank you so much for being on the show. We really do appreciate it. Don't forget, Searchdog is released on iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, and Vudu. Correct. With pre-orders starting on July 11th, so be sure to check that out. And don't forget to vote for Ruby so she can get an award. What was the award again?
Canine Hero Dog Award.
All right, well, go on searchdog.com. You can find more information.
Searchdogmovie.com.
There you go, searchdogmovie.com. Find out more information. Vote for Ruby. Help her win the award. Thank you so much, Healey Jamiel, for being on the show. And stick with us. We'll be right back in just a few minutes here in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center with more guests on GoLocal Live.
URI Harrington School.